I'm straightforward. I'm sorry. Like you favoritism, Miss Bray, Miss Batty Bray. I feel like respectfully, she feels like she's entitled. She done asked like 3, 4, 5 times yesterday. She was able to come into RT, knowing well that technically you guys are supposed to give permission to come into RT. It's not us asking like 5, 6, 7 times, can we come into RT? I feel like other soldiers has also told me that she speaks to them any type of way that she feels like. I don't know if it's because of the last name. I don't know what it is, but I understand. Yes, she is higher than me. I understand that, but it was more than once, sir. I feel like honestly, if it was another soldier probably would have gotten in trouble if they would have asked more than once to come into RT, knowing that you guys were actually in a meeting. Another near, another hey. Um, like last night, I wanted to have a meeting with Miss Taylor. I don't know what was going on, but she wasn't even on base. She told me, "Oh, tomorrow or have a conversation with you guys." I told her in a message, if I'm not mistaken, I think I got a screenshot that I spoke to you. I did follow chain of command. I spoke to you first. The same thing at Southgate when the whole situation with the whole BR runs. I wasn't really disrespecting you, and I really wasn't coming for her. What I was saying was, if you guys are trying to, um, how can I say it? If you guys are trying to um, be more, dang, the word was stuck in my tongue. I can't say the word now. Anyway, enforce the rules on us going to Discord and requesting for BRs. That's for everybody. That should be for everybody. It would look, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It would look hypocrite of someone to say, hey, look, you got to go do this, but I walk out of Southgate and don't do it. That's hypocrisy. That's someone basically like that shouldn't be allowed. And another thing, you then turned around and told her, "Hey, ma'am, can you go ahead and put it on Discord?" How does that look? If I'm not mistaken, that kind of looked like favoritism. Like, hey, I was gonna tell you in the car, can you put it in on Discord? But you guys, before we leave brief or even leave base, you guys requested us to go ahead and put it for in case if you guys are able to approve it or not approve it. So that's where I'm coming from the favoritism. She was about to walk out the door with you, and I forget what other general you guys was with, and not put it on DC because I went before I even opened my mouth to address the situation. I went into DC and it was not put in. Everybody else put it in, but that one person. And she was jotting out the door, and these other soldiers were still at Southgate, waiting for one of you guys to take them on their BR runs. Again, I respect each and every one of you. I've had since I walked into this base. And I think you all could vouch for that. Never really disrespected you, George. I speak the way I speak. That's never gonna change. That's how I speak. I never come off disrespectful. If I do, please get to know me a little bit more. I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm actually a sweet, kind-hearted person. I really am. Um, if I sound a little bit high noted or anything like that, I apologize if it sounded like I was disrespecting you. I was not. But I see the favoritism. Did y'all ever hear the word when how can I say this again? I said it to you, Sir George. When corruptees do corruption, they don't see their own corruption. I feel that when people do favoritism, they don't see their own favoritism. I'm not saying that's what you do. I'm not saying that's what Miss Taylor does. But of what I've seen, I feel like that's what's going on. Um, Mistake me if I'm wrong, please. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please direct me to the right way. But um, I honestly feel that's what's given.
Right. So obviously, I want to get to the bottom of this favoritism because I do feel like you've used this word quite a few times. So I want to get to the bottom so we can try and sort this issue out. Right. Ask me a question and I will answer it, and then we'll go back and forth if you don't mind, Mum.
I honestly don't have a question. you've stated that you've been trying to go around to get to know soldiers, but day in and day out, you're with Miss Bray nearly the amounts of hours that you're on base. I don't know if that would be called
So
favoritism or not, but I'm lost.
no, ma'am. So basically, it's like anything. We're not going to have this here right now, to be honest, because at the end of the day, as well, she could say the same. Um, I mean, this morning we were here with you, I believe, for 1 hour. And I also believe that every single morning, NRP, which I have got on screen recording as well, we also have seemed to be having quite a few hours meetings with you. So I'm not going to have this of like he's spending more time with him and he's spending more time with her and stuff like that. All I do is if someone comes towards me and asks if they want a meeting with me or with the gens, which the gens are always present, so it's like anything. Yeah, we're not gonna have this if she spent more time with him and he spent more time with her and stuff like that. If anything, I've spent probably more time with the pair of yous than other soldiers that don't have the time. I mean, the soldiers that I don't have the time to actually spend with. So it's like anything. We have people on Westgate. We have new recruits. I do sometimes when I have free time. I do try and make a conversation with them and get to know them as soldiers. But I mean, it's like every single night, I would like to say. We seem to be having meetings constantly for 1 hours and stuff like that. But I'm not standing here why someone's saying favoritism because I'm spending more time with people and stuff like that. Um, it's not right at all, ma'am. But what else would make you feel like it's favoritism, please, ma'am?
Well, first things first, I was not on the game this morning. I was actually asleep. So I'm gonna have to decline on that one. I was not in here. I was actually sleeping. Um, so we did not have a meeting this morning. I was asleep. I was snoring. Um, and
Everybody line up
yeah,
in
I'm not
mid,
gonna lie.
please.
Yes,
It's
I
raid
have
time.
been, coming to you guys to have a conversation. Well, you guys are my higher ups, so why wouldn't I come to you guys and discuss maybe things that I'm also doing wrong, and maybe I want you guys to correct me on, or yes, but it wasn't this morning, sir. I'm
Can somebody
lost. It was not
put
this morning
the
because I was
raid in the
asleep.
Discord, please?
It was yesterday afternoon, sir.
So it's like anything, ma'am. I understand that might be afternoon for you, but when we had that meeting, it was this morning.
Not in the chat, in the
So
Discord.
I understand the time zones may be different. 2 seconds, I'm just going to turn the radio off. So I understand that the time zones may be different, but um, this morning it was about Dominic. I also have the screen recording of this, ma'am. I believe that it was around about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, and once you left, Dominic then wanted a meeting afterwards. So I believe that it was this morning, if I'm correct, ma'am, in my time.
Okay, well, yes, that's understandable. I'm not gonna argue with that. That is true. Me and you are in two different time zones. For me, it was later in the night, and yours for okay. That's I understand that. But go ahead.
So what I'm also saying as well, every single morning it seems to be happening around about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, or even just throughout the day. We have had multiple of meetings with you, which I have also got on screen record and RP. So this is where I'm saying I'm going to draw the line on the favoritism. No, I would like to say that no one's getting anything different or getting VIP or anything like that treatment, because I do not condone that here. It doesn't matter what rank you are from the bottom to the top. I would like to say that everyone gets treated with respect, and also everyone gets treated the same as each other. Yes, I understand we have a chain of command, but individually, I will treat everyone with respect how I would like to be respected as well. So I'm not going to have this where it's the favoritism and stuff like that. I do believe, yes, before you said on Southgate about the favoritism, about she has not put it on Discord yet. As we were running up, I did say to her, which I have also got on screen recording as well, NRP, to put it on Discord. Normally, when I go on BR runs or free time, once I get into my car vehicle on Southgate at the parking lot, that's when I will upload it. Yes, I understand it might come to you forward to be like, that she never put it on Discord at that present moment in time. But once you addressed it, I then made sure that she was said in front of you to put it on Discord and RP. She was told prior to put it on Discord, and I even was going to myself. Soon as I get in the car, that's when I will say that I'm on BR. The reason why I don't put my BR soon as I'm on base, because it takes me about 5 minutes to get up at Southgate. So realistically, I would have lost 5 minutes. So what I normally do, as soon as I'm in that car, that's when I put my BR in or my free time in, because I believe that's when I've actually left base. Clock in and clock out. Clock out is when you're clocking out off base. So it's like anything. Yes, I understand. You could do it at Southgate. You could do it in HQ. You can do it in RT. But normally, what I do is I do it in the car myself. Obviously, when you pulled me up, which I've got on screen record again, an RP, it was on Southgate presently. Now, when I would have got in the car, I would have actually put it on Discord and RP. And I also mentioned to her as we were running up. So obviously the reason why I brought it up again is because you addressed it to me on Southgate, and I just wanted to make sure that it was addressed to you, that she was going to put it on NRP Discord. But I'm not keen on this favoritism and stuff like that. Every single time that she's asked to come in here, she's asked for permission, and obviously I have permission granted her, just like it goes to absolutely everyone, no matter what rank, before obviously general, ma'am. So it's like anything, I do treat everyone with respect, and I'd like to say that I treat everyone fairly as much as I possibly can. But go ahead, ma'am, if you've got any more questions.
Honestly, you honestly said, but I don't have nothing else. I'll stop saying it, but everything will come to light. Like I said, I respect each and every one of you guys. Um, I have no issue with you, Jordan. I don't, sir. I do not have one. Maybe it seemed like I have one with you the way that I've been either coming at you or I don't know, maybe speaking or maybe you're just reading it that I have an attitude. Like earlier you said, I said LOL, yes sir. Um, um, I'm really not. I don't have an issue with you. And honestly, if that's how you feel, you should have honestly professionally put me to the side and be like, hey, ma'am, I feel like this, what's going on?
So I'd like to say we also had a meeting day before yesterday, if I'm correct, and I've also got NRP that on a screen recording as well. We did have a meeting, and I did address it to you. On the hiring event, you asked to do watches. I believe that no soldier out there should be doing watches, and you also said sorry about that. Obviously, you had IRL issues, which obviously we won't go down that road because obviously privacy. So it's like anything. I did address it to you because obviously we had that meeting, which was about 2 days ago, which NRP, I've got that on screen record. So I have addressed this to you. What it was, to the generals who was not present at that meeting, what happened on that occasion was it was during hiring event. Queen asked to do watches, and I disregarded it. I got an answer of okay, with no sir or anything like that, even though I addressed her with ma'am. She stood there for an extra minute or two, and then she went down into base. I'm not sure where she went, and then she clocked out. And I understand, ma'am, that you. Sorry, I clicked on an RP notification on Discord. So I do understand that you did address it to say that you were sorry. But we did have this meeting about 2 days ago. I can't remember what else we were talking about as well, but yeah, we did have this meeting about it was 2 mornings ago, in my UK time. I believe it was around about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that we had this meeting. So I did address it. There has been a few times that you've just turned around and said okay and not addressed me with sir, just like I have addressed you with ma'am. So it's like anything, it doesn't matter from if you were from the bottom to the top. I will always address people with sir and ma'ams. If anything, I say it more than I should. I believe that I say that on every sentence, if I'm correct. If not, then okay, I do still say it more than I should, ma'am. So it's like anything as well with the issue that was happened today. Um, about I can't remember what it was about, but I've got it on screen recording NRP. But then you turned around and said, "Lol, what is funny?" No, you said "lol," and I turned around and said, "What is funny?" I can't remember what the situation is. Yeah, but I'm talking about other times as well, though, Queen Mum. There's been times where you've just put okay when I've addressed you as mum, so I'd feel like that would have been a little bit respectful if you did address me by sir. I'm not saying that you have to put it on every single sentence, because I think that is overpowering. But I do believe when you just put okay when I've called you, when I've addressed you as mum, it would be nice to obviously receive okay, sir, instead of just okay. Especially when I feel like you were disheartened and didn't like my response that I didn't allow you to go on watches. But Queen Mum, there's been a few times that you have addressed me as just okay and not okay, sir. Like I said, I don't want it to happen all the time, but it would be respectfully if you did say it. I feel like you don't say it is when you dislike my opinion or dislike my answer given to you. Then I feel like it's a bit of a like a I don't know if I'm saying it correct, like a backlash type of thing. That you didn't like my response, and that's why you're just saying okay. Which I understand. Sometimes you might not like our ideas, our decisions, and stuff like that. But it'd still be nice if you could still address me correctly and professionally as well. Um, I can't remember what happened today. If you can please help us, or I'm gonna have to NRP go onto the screen recording. Actually, 2 secs. I'll be able to get it for you. Oh, that was it. So it's like anything. When it is hiring event, so it's when it was during hiring event. All generals are pretty busy, mum. Um, as much as I'd love to split myself in half to try and help everyone, when we're doing interviews, I've addressed this before that my full attention is on the person in front of me. So when I'm doing interviews, yes, there might be some times that I might not see messages that are given to me. Um, that is not me ignoring them. That is just me being busy. It was the fact that you put it in capital letters. And I did address it to say that all generals are busy at this present moment in time. Please respect that, ma'am. And then you turned around and said, lol. I can't remember what else you said, but you said lol summit. And then I turned around and said, what is funny? Because I don't believe anything was funny about me just saying that all generals are busy at that present moment in time. But that's everything, ma'am.
The reason I put it in caps is because I forget who was doing the bus. I can't remember his name, but um, there cannot. It's just crazy on how there may be 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 gens on base, and I'm mind boggled on how not one was able to reply back. But once I put the caps, there's an issue. You get where I'm coming from? Like it's crazy on how he put it, and nobody replied back. Mind you, there was more than 2 gens on. But once Queen Bee puts it in cap, all of a sudden Sir George pops up and replies back. Do like I'm confused on you were busy or you all were busy, but all of a sudden when Queen Bee says something, there's a problem. Like now I'm lost because you were busy, or I'm guessing you're answering for every gen in here. They were busy, and none of you replied. But once Queen B put in caps, then all of a sudden nobody was busy and you guys were able to reply back. And then after like what, a whole 10, 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds after I put it in caps, you replied back, oh man, you didn't have to put it in caps. It wasn't disrespectful. I just said, hey, can someone basically give him the green light to bring this person up here that's been staying up here for like 2-3 minutes already. But once I do it or put it in caps, it's an issue. Now someone's available.
So it's like anything NRP. When I'm having meetings and interviews, my radio is turned off. So if anyone asks me over the radio, my radio is then turned off. We also have Flobby and we also have Freg. So it's like anything. Once you did put it in capitals, I do believe I have the screen recording NRP. Okay, I wouldn't have knew that, mum, because obviously my radio was turned off. But it's like anything. Once you did put it in Freg or Flobby, I'd have to look at the screen recording NRP. And then obviously I'd have to see what you actually said with that. If you can give me 2 seconds, please.
It was in the chat. The problem of it is when I said it and I said it in caps, someone replied. But when Sir, I forget what his name was, that was on the bus waiting nearly 2-3 minutes. Once he put it up, nobody replied. Everybody was busy. But once Queen B put it up in caps, supposedly it was disrespectful or something. Now someone replies and someone has an issue. I'm still lost and I'm still confused and I'm mind boggled still.
So it wasn't the fact that you actually put it in capital letters. It was the fact that you thought it was funny that I turned around and said that all gens are funny. I mean, all busy. I mean, it's like anything. We do have 2 DFGs and we do have 2 CGs. Yes, CGs can address people with uniform, but they cannot get people into an RP Discord. So it's like anything. I would like to say that I was in here putting someone into Discord and RP, and Ronnie was across the road and also putting someone into Discord and RP at that present moment in time. So it's like anything NRP. Once I did respond, 2 seconds, I've got the screen recording up NLP.
I'm lost on how that was put to the side. My point was none of you guys respond. Even if someone wasn't able to put someone in a uniform, a response could have been 10-4, give us a second. Like you normally all do. You guys normally voice it on walkie. Hey, guys, we're busy. Give us a second. One of us will be up, or yeah, bring him down, but he has to stay on the bus. I'm confused on how when I put it in. I'm just gonna shut up.
So it's like anything, Demondra. So, what is your position within Fortuna Army?
Ronnie, I'm sorry to say this, but I think it's time for me to go. And when I mean time for me to go, I think it's time for me to retire. Because clearly, and I think I said this more than once, I felt attacked. Each time I put something on that chat, there's a problem. But when Miss Bray puts it on there, there's never an issue. When there's someone else that puts it on there, everybody's on hold or everybody's on wait. But when I put something on there, I get a negative response. So I'm lost and I'm mind boggled on how the sir was waiting 2, 3, 4 minutes for a gen. I wasn't talking about DFGs, a gen period to respond. And once I do it, I get a negative response. Not just only that, I put LOL, yes, sir. Wasn't laughing at you. I wasn't laughing at this. I was laughing at myself because I even read the whole caps. And I didn't mean it and put it in whole caps. That's just how I have my keyboard. Yeah, there's times that I change it. I would press on it, but at the moment I forgot and I was already writing. It was in all caps. But that's not the point. The point is, technically you guys ignored the response till I wrote and I put it in all caps. I'm like I said, I'm still confused.
So it's like anything, Demondre. I'm asking what position you are in the Fortuna Army is because you are a general, sir. So it's like anything, you could have helped out. You know what I mean? You are part of leadership, believe it or not, sir. So you could have helped as much as I possibly wish I could have.
It's Ray. I would like to actually go out there and actually do something that might not get me in trouble or get a negative response to. Please. Thank you, sirs.
No problem, Mom.
Thank you. And again, if you have so many screenshots or so many recordings that you just keep stating, but when Jack said it, there was an issue, can you please report me? If that's not what you want to do, okay, that's fine. But please don't let me know that you have nearly like 50 recordings of me and not a report. Because when Jack said it, there was an issue. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys, sirs.
Yes, Canuck, sir. So NRP, the screen recording that I've got, you can see that I've clocked in, and this all happened afterwards. So this means that everything that happened afterwards, no one asked before she put it in capitals letters. It's literally all on screen record right now as I'm literally looking at NRP. Yeah. Demondra, I believe it or not, this goes deeper than you think from the eggshell from the outside, to be honest. There is a lot going on in closed doors, which is getting dealt with right now, sir. So I understand and I respectfully where you are saying she is upset and stuff, but deep down, I'm not going to say it, but it is being addressed professionally. Yeah, there's a lot that's going in closer than you think, sir. And I'm not happy with it. And if anything, I find it very disturbing. So I appreciate that you can see both sides of the story. I totally understand that and I totally respect that, sir. But this is more what is happening behind closed doors and private messages and stuff like that. It is not nice whatsoever. So I would please respect. I understand that you have your concerns about her being upset and that, but deep down there is more that you don't know of, sir, which is private confidential.
I believe we have spent way more time in here with her than we have,
Yeah, I do believe
what's her
that.
name?
Every
Batty Bray.
yeah, every single morning, NRP. I ain't going to lie. We have spent more than 1 hour every single morning for the past week in here in our time. Now that is just on the mornings throughout the day, and it's like anything. We've also spent another 2 hours. We've also now missed our main event of NRP, and this should not be happening whatsoever. Yes, Canuck, sir. It's like anything. I'm gonna have to clock off me. I can't be bothered with it no more. NRP.
Alright, I'm going to raid. At least help him out the last couple of minutes.
No, I know where you're coming from, Demondre, sir. There's been a few occasions where we're not on the same page with people, and yeah, I know. Apologies if I seem like I was being arsy with you. By the way, I've just been a breaking point. It's just, we've spent the past 2 weeks just trying to iron out people coming in here all the time.